UFC 324 just ended. Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett, and here are my top 10 takeaways from it. First one, let's start off with tickets. Now, what am I talking about when I say tickets? I'm talking about Paddy Pimblett spent $150,000 on 250 tickets for a friend and family. And my first thought was how embarrassing, how delusional, how confident just to have your fans and family watch you get beat up 4-1 by Justin Gaethje, 37-year-old man with staph. How stupid of Paddy Pimblett to do that. And then I thought, that's $600 a ticket. Quick maths. And then I thought, I can't afford one ticket, let alone 250 tickets, let alone have enough friends to garner 250 tickets. I'm a bum. And that's kind of where that track ended, right? That kind of thought was like, oh, wait, I'm never going to get near the success that Paddy Pimblett has. So, good on him. Fuck me. Good confidence. Yo, shit on my face, right? Next one. 2, sandwich. Now, I'm talking about compliment sandwich. Look, he has good kicks. Round 3, I think, was the only round I gave Paddy Pimblett. That round, he started doing kicks to the body. He started doing some head kicks and stuff like that. He looked so good and so refreshed that I really thought, oh, Paddy Pimblett's going to turn the table. Wow, am I mistaken? Wow, did I think Justin Gaethje's done for? That's how good his kicks looked. Where I was impressed, his oblique kicks, he had a good snappy head kick. Missed always because Paddy Pimblett is just missing kind of like the ability to combine his hands and kicks together. But besides that, really good kicks. Now, bad hands. Jesus Christ. Just look at he's going for an uppercut that it's just coming from hell, man. Not even power wise. It's just like, what is uppercuts all the way down here to scare him, taunt him? I don't know. He's posting on you. It's weird. His hands are always down. His chin is always high. His boxing in general is just shit, man. Really bad. Look at the Weasel breakdown, MMA Shade. There's a lot of people talking about how bad his boxing is. I'm not a professional, but I know enough, at least visually, to be like, oh, that's not good. But not a good thing. Good chin. Now, I don't think this is the nicest compliment to give somebody, but there's not much good takeaways from this fight, besides it being one of the, a really good fight. I wouldn't say it's, the best in the world. I think I need to rewatch it a couple more times. It was a little bit embarrassing, I will admit. Maybe that's why I brought it down for me, but good chin nonetheless. Those punches, holy shit. This man could eat and eat punches. Wow. To take those, just like the uppercuts, same thing to Gaethje. He took some knees, he took some uppercuts, he took some rights that I'm like, oh my God. The entire fight, I thought, I was not sure. I was not confident that Justin Gaethje was going to make it out the 5th, the 4th, even the 3rd round. There were scary moments. He did get wobbled, I think, in the 5th, last minute, and then I think he took a shot down, or he shot for a takedown, and somebody slipped or something like that. It was weird. But Paddy Pimblett's chin his stock just skyrose. It rose up so much, his stock, for his chin. Another bad thing, wrestling. Jesus Christ. I knew he didn't have great wrestling. Bedtime MMA called on it. He predicted it. He knew it. He saw it. I should have believed him. I should have trusted him. Because, wow. It took, not even the wrestling itself was bad, but the IQ of when to implement it after having your corner scream at you for that long and so, you needed to wrestle and he just didn't. He couldn't. And he didn't feel confident in it. And it just led to even worse of a beating on the feet. Now, 3, both get nuked. I cannot look at this performance and think, oh, either one of them is not going to get knocked out round 1, round 2 by Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria is so much better at hiding his combos, hiding his stance with power punching. Paddy Pimblett would throw and both his feet are off the canvas, jumping and shit like that. I think the Weasel talked about how it looked like it was almost like a Jamal Hill type of stance, type of fighting. Just goofy, just sloppy. And for Gaethje, he just looked slow. He looked so slow. He looked like he didn't start. The beginning looked so awkward because it felt like he was almost toying with him, but not really. If you ever have a fighting game or going 1v1 with a friend who doesn't really play the game, you're not doing those extended combos. You're not doing the supers. You're not doing anything that's out of newbie territory. And that's how it kind of felt with Justin Gaethje. He wasn't throwing much head kicks, much low kicks, no body kicks. He was rarely going for the body. He kind of came in there with the confidence I've seen his boxing. I know I'm going to knock him out, so I don't really need to try. He did need to try because, holy hell, Paddy Pimblett's defense is so bad, but his chin just carries him. Paddy Pimblett is a attribute like attribute fighter. He's tall, he's rangy, he could make weight, and he has a granite chin. Those are the X factors you need to get to this height of the sport. But besides that, his skills are low, and and I don't think that chin is gonna protect him from Ilya. Same thing for Gaethje. Gaethje got rocked several times by some almost obvious punches, and his defense for it was shell up, move away, which I could just smell it. Ilya Taporia, like he's gonna get it somehow. 4, the card in general was low mid card, like a 5, like a 6. Now, taking out the main event, right? Taking out Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje, which was a phenomenal fight. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. People are calling it a robbery. I didn't really have it. I thought Sean won 1 and 3, but if you want to give it a song, that's like I'm not gonna argue with you. Like I kind of can't, because it was just the first round was such a nuttin burger. It was pretty much a Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas type of fight, right? But it was so lackluster. Like I expected a little bit more from Sean O'Malley and from Song, but this kind of I think the problem with Sean O'Malley is that he can't deal with pressure. I think that's what it is. I think you put him in front of the mic, you put him in front of a crowd in stage, and he just fumbles. He just fumbles. And I think this time he knows there's a lot of pressure. He talked about how if he loses here to Peter Yan for the belt, it's kind of just wraps for his career. And I think that's a lot of pressure going into a fight like this with Song Yadong, who, honestly, Sean O'Malley in the 3rd round showed that, yeah, he should be beat. That's how it should have looked, right? And he took the first 2 rounds kind of easy and too scared and too much pressure. I think that's what it is. Kind of a boring fight. Next one, Waldo Cortez Acosta, Derek Lewis. Just a weird fight. Weird fight where I'm like, it's always heavyweight fights are so weird. Just in the general, where the base where you're watching the first round and you're like, oh my god, one of them could get knocked out any second now. Oh my god. So when they're boring and they're kind of just looking at each other from a distance and feinting and throwing random switch kicks to the head or body, you're like, oh my god, they're gonna get knocked out any second now. And then it goes into the second round and you're like, they're not gonna knock each other out. And it kind of didn't. It kind of didn't happen that way. Well, Waldo Cortez Acosta landed like a baby punch, and Derek Lewis did like an Oliveira where he kind of just went down. I don't know why. For comfort, maybe his diabetes got to him. Maybe like he had an insulin spike or something, and he needed to lay down for a minute. And that's what Waldo Cortez Acosta mounted him and threw some pretty like good elbow ground and pound and stuff, and won. But not like it's such a weird finish. It's a Derek Lewis finish, but I think this is the worst type of Derek Lewis we've seen. 42, I want to say. He's old. He's close to retirement. I thought he would have wanted to be in the White House, but in hindsight, the press conference, the media, he never really talked about the White House. Maybe he just knew he wasn't gonna win this fight in a weird way. Call it rigged. Call it like his intuition. Maybe low confidence. Maybe I don't know what it is, but I thought he would have been motivated by the White House, but I guess he isn't. Maybe we could put him in the early prelims, maybe in the prelims. Don't know. Next fight, Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas. I ain't gonna lie, I did not watch this fight. I did not rewatch it. I don't plan to rewatch it. I don't need to watch a 13-second highlight film on it. Like it's, I'm at work, right? I work during these fights, the main card. So a lot of them I kind of get skewed. Cause I'm like peeping and I'm peeping. Oh shit! And then like, right? Rose Namajunas. I wasn't watching this fight really, but every time I looked at the screen, I was like, oh, Rose is winning, and then Silva wins, and then I'm like, okay, I guess she won. And then the Reddit was like, oh, robbery. I'm like, okay, I guess she robbed. Like I'm so indifferent to the outcome of this fight because both of them lose to Shevchenko. This fight meant nothing to me. And the entire time I was working, I was thinking about that where I'm like, where I thought Rose was winning because I wasn't really paying attention. I just saw like Rose grappling or whatever, right? And I thought, fuck, I like Silva. But it's good to know she would have lost to Shevchenko. So let her lose here. I wasn't hurt. I wasn't coping. It was just like indifference. I like Silva more. If she got a robbery, good. I don't care. If she lost, good. I don't care because she's going to lose to Shevchenko anyway. So this means very little to me. And then next one, Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. Now, this one got my heart bumping. I thought Silva was going to lose. I felt so bad because it looked like he overcorrected from the Lopez loss. Where the Lopez, he lost because he was emotional. He was a little like chaotic. He was a little too heavy forward. So this time when he came out and he's being patient, he's being boring. He was doing singular shots and it's very like not counteractive, but like he almost didn't want to get into that flow state because I felt like he thought once he gets into that flow state, he gets overconfident and then that's when he loses. Which isn't true because you saw that at the last 13 seconds of the first round. Well, Silva would just throw a spinning elbow and that looked like it dropped Arnold Allen, but it really didn't. I think he was just off balance. But in the third round and most of the second round, Gene Silva just looked prime. He looked fun. He jumped on Arnold Allen's back and flew. But this is what I wanted. This is those last like 1.5 rounds. That's exactly what I wanted. That's what I expected. I'm happy we saw it. Arnold Allen surprised me so much because when there's a competitive fight like that, and I expected John Silva to win, but to see how competitive Arnold Allen is. Normally, when you get a fight like that, you don't know whether to like downscale the person you thought you're gonna win or upscale the person who lost. But in this case, I think Arnold Allen just became more impressive in my mind, and I think that fucking sucks because he's gonna be ranked way down now. I think he was ranked number 6. I think Silva was ranked number 10, something like that. So Arnold Allen might be 10 or 9, maybe 7 at the luckiest, and Gene Silva is gonna be 5 or 6, right? And the thing that really bugs me about that is that Yair Rodriguez's existence here, he's number 3 in the division. And I hate that because I know Arnold Allen beats him. I know Gene Silva beats him. And Yair does not fight enough to prove that. He's going to fight his next fight. He's going to stay up in that ranking. And everybody else around him, Evloev, Murphy, the people who are in front of him are going to go down like Lopez are going to go down the rankings because they lose, because they're fighting more often. They're fighting stronger competition. While fucking Yair Rodriguez stays in top 3 for something, like for nepotism, basically. Not nepotism, fucking like what? DEA? I forgot what that word. You know what I'm talking about. It's just, I hate that guy. I hate that I know Arnold Allen beats him, but he's never going to get that matchup because Yair is allergic to hard stylistic matchups, and he's a bitch and a pussy, and I fucking hate him, right? Next one, 5. Horrible fights. Genuinely horrible fights. And I'm going to bring out more, right? Let's start with Umar versus Figgy. Umar was a negative 1,600 favorite. He did damn near as well as Montel Jackson. I think was Figgy's last fight in the Apex, right? Figgy is not the same anymore, and this makes me sad, but like, bro, get that paycheck. Get that once a legend paycheck. That being said, Umar Nurmagomedov is just allergic to looking for a finish. He would throw like these very impressive, snappy high kicks that are just not. They're only there to maybe get a fluke. They're not well hidden. They're not disguised. They're not set up. They're not punched. They're not thrown with any other intentions than to just scare. It's like a full feint. Like if the feint went all the way, but there was like no, like only 15% of like damage would have been dealt. Umar just is so impressive, but I'm never impressed by him. It's impressive to have this person in his name. It's impressive to do what he did to Mario Batista. His performance against Umar was impressive, but I'm never impressed by Umar. Getting all those wins and having a close fight with the GOAT of the division never left me being like, oh, this guy is, I mean, either exciting or just like, he's skilled, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just so weird. Maybe he is. I don't know. He just wants to win, and he's going to do that no matter what way possible. Boring fight. Win a decision. Minus 1,600 favorite. Embarrassing, to be honest. Keep him in the prelims. People were complaining about why is he in the main event. Well, that's why he's not in the main event. But at the same time, Sean O'Malley was in the main event. He had not a similar fight, but not much better. Maybe like 20-30% better than this fight, but boring fight. TKO does not tell the story of this fight. Happened the last couple seconds, which sounds exciting, but if you watch this fight is just boring. I am so upset in Modestas Bukalkas because I want to believe he improved since that Khalil Roundtree loss where he got his knee snapped, and I want to cheer him on because I'm like, oh man, that's a horrible way to go. You know, let me cheer him on because I feel bad for him. Fuck him now. Fuck him. All he had is a 1-2, and he looked too scared to like leave first gear, second gear to really engage. It's like he had his game plan was to knock out Krylov in the first round or something like that. And Krylov impressively didn't get knocked out in the first like 1-2 that Bukalkas landed on him, which is impressive. But I feel like anything after that, Bukalkas was like, oh, I did not plan for this. I really thought I was going to get a cool highlight knockout, and now that's not coming to me. fuck. It really just looked like that. And there was another person in the card who had the same experience. We'll talk about him in a second, but Nikita Krylov looked good. He looked really good, but not like top 5 worthy. He just looked good. It's so hard. He was styling on who I guess is a bum now because he had a really close fight against Ian Cutelaba. And I honestly wanted to believe that Ian Cutelaba was just a good fighter. But in reality, these Ian Cutelaba and Modesta Bukakis are just shit. It just sucks, man. This ruins Khalil Roundtree's wins. His resume even worse. My day's ruined. Next one, Natalia Silva versus Rona Nunez. I didn't even pronounce her name properly. I just don't care. Horrible fight. Boring. Didn't watch it, and I already regret even paying attention to the screen. Next one, Sean O'Malley. Again, Sean O'Malley just can't deal with pressure. And I'm not talking about like pressure from the fighter. I'm talking about pressure from like for his career's sake or from the fans and stuff like that. Like Sean O'Malley, I really expect him to show up and show out. Better footwork. He looked very good. He did look very good. Sean O'Malley. He looked weirdly skinny and fragile. Maybe just in comparison to Song Yadong. Song Yadong is very strong. Song Yadong had so much trouble getting into the pocket. And Sean O'Malley pretty much is Israel Adesanya maxed. Just try to pepper him at range, win by points. He landed some good straights, but besides that, it's like just a little bit better than what Israel Adesanya did during his like championship rounds, right? Boring fight. I was really expecting more, but just left not happy with this, even though it was cheaper than the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view was, free if you sell, but this one I actually paid for. And even if it was $8 for the month, I don't know. I don't know. I'm regretting being so excited for those 6 weeks. Next one, weird stoppages. There were several weird stoppages. I mean, Derek Lewis versus Waldo Cortez Acosta wasn't a weird stoppage, but it was like, it ended weird type of stoppage, right? Now, Josh Hopkins versus Denzel Freeman. Freeman gave up. Freeman gassed out. He got hit in the liver. He threw, I think, 0 punches. At least when the little punches thing gets shown in the interface, he threw 0 punches. Josh Hopkins, who I'm talking about later, right? He looked so impressive. He looked so good. He got takedowns and he mixed it up with his hands too. He knew when to hit, where to hit. If the head was covered, he went for the body, threw knees. He's just so impressive. He comes in at 235, so I wasn't really worried about him gassing out because he's just he's a light heavyweight. He's a person, he should be a light heavyweight, but he's coming in not cutting weight for light heavyweight and is fighting at heavyweight. I don't know. Impressive. He looked good. I'll talk about him later because I do got another thing to say about him. Adam Fugate versus Ty Miller. Again, Josh Hopkins, last second of the first round. Same thing with Adam Fugate and Ty Miller, last second of the first round. Which in my mind, a part of me always wants it to end that round just to see if there's a comeback or if like the fighter getting the knockdown sequence is gonna gas out or has like an adrenaline dump or something like that. I want to see it keep going, just sort of possibilities. But I'm not gonna complain too much about it because one, they get they get 25K bonus, right? Which is great because Josh Hopkins he debuted not that long ago, and Ty Miller does his debut, so 25K is probably doubling his purse, right? Probably 14 to show up and win, and then 25K for a finish bonus. It's doubling his purse, right? But a part of me always wants I want a definitive finish, right? I want it a little bit better, but I'm not gonna be mad. I think the finishes were fine, especially Fugate. Maybe he could have survived it, but I'm not actively gonna complain about it, even though I am complaining about him. 7, my boy, Gene Silva. I love this man. I hate his antics. I hate his shenanigans. I hate his fucking barking and autism, but Lord Almighty, do I love watching him fight. I love Arnold Allen. I love watching him fight. I don't mind his autism. He has a good type of autism. This fight was so good. I am just happy. I feel bad for Arnold Allen. First of all, let me just say that. I'm not cheering his death. I'm not cheering his well. But I am so happy to have Gene Silva back because I think Gene Silva has a little bit more lifespan in his career than Arnold Allen does. I wish Arnold Allen would get that Yair fight and fuck him up. But for now, Gene Silva, having him up there, I'm very happy. He's more active. He's hasn't lost to the people up there already, like Evloev and stuff like that. Besides, I guess fucking Lopez, right? But I'm happy my boy's back. Next one, Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson. Now, this one is a different type of my boy. My boy got knocked out. I did not expect that from Alex Perez. I did not expect that. He came in rushing from round one, and I'm like, oh, he's coming in real confident, but I don't care. Charles Johnson got it. His hands are low. He's doing that on purpose, trying to sneak you in, snake charm, and then like do an uppercut or something like that. No, he just had his hands down, got rocked, kept his hands down, got rocked, got wobbled, and then it separated. And it was a weird stoppage also, but I'm less complaining about this one because Alex Perez was just gonna keep on laying it on. Keep it going on, man. Alex Perez looked very impressive. He's not close to retirement. He's not done. Charles Johnson, I'm so disappointed. Like a father watching his kid not score the winning touchdown, even though he has the ball in his goddamn hands and is like 5 meters away from the touchdown spot. I am so embarrassed in Charles Johnson. He knocked out 2 of my favorite fighters and can't knock out Alex Perez. Loner Kavanagh was sacrificed to you, man, and you didn't do anything with it. Joshua Van got sacrificed to you, and you didn't do shit with that. Next one, Josh Hopkins. I just found out researching this card, number card, right? That Josh Hopkins was born in Bakersfield, California, grew up in Wasco, went to Fresno University, and I have family there. Not Fresno, but I have family there. So I'm like, oh shit, he lives near my family. All right, I'm cheering him on. I think Friction MMA Friction or Harpera, I forgot which one of the faceless MMA channels was talking about how Gene Silva is his boy. He's also my boy, but I'm gonna let him have it. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna let him have it. JDM for Bedtime MMA, Paddy Pimblett, RIP his career, to MMA Guru, and I think MMA Friction with Gene Silva. I'm backing up Josh Hopkins. Just because he's a local. He's a local to where I grew up in New York, so I'm not worried about doxing myself. But Fresno, Wasco, Bakersfield, shout out. I'm backing him up. People don't like his antics, but this is like entertainment antics. Like, really, that's why you're pissed off? Not the barking, not the autism, not the car crashes from John Jones, not the steroid accusations. Mo Usman, Kamaru Usman's brother just got fucking caught with a bunch of steroids, like, obviously, and like, you don't care about him and his back knee and his pharmacist father, but like Josh Hopkins fucking has one mic interview where he's being a little cheesy and hammy, and you hate that, but don't hate everything else. Is like, sure, like, okay, I don't care. I don't care. All right, number 8. Who's next for Paddy Pimblett? Right now, here we have the whole division, and who do I think he beats? Right, who is next for him? And if we want to give him like a nice, like a cushion win after a loss, after a hard loss, if we're MMA Guru and we want to give him a easy win, we're not giving him these people. These people absolutely whoops him. Armin Tsarukyan, Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje absolutely whoops Paddy Pimblett. Armin Tsarukyan, I don't even know what Paddy Pimblett has better than Armin Tsarukyan. I don't think he's gonna fluke like a arm bar or triangle on Armin Tsarukyan, who is like Charles Oliveira couldn't submit. No way Paddy Pimblett is going to submit him. Charles Oliveira, I think I just almost assume that he's better on the floor. But even then, you're not going to take down Charles Oliveira. And then he's just going to fuck you up with his good-ass Muay Thai. Same thing with Max Holloway. Max Holloway would destroy Paddy Pimblett. Destroy him. And Justin Gaethje pretty much doesn't do it. Right? 50-50 fights. Dan Hooker, Mateus Gamrot, Benoit Saint-Denis, Rafael Vaziev, Manuel Torres, and Fariziam. Right? Now, these are 50-50. Dan Hooker, if he can't get taken down by Paddy Pimblett, he has such a good odds on the feet because just Paddy Pimblett's wrestling looks so shit. He's not going to be done like Armin did to him. He's not going to be ground and pound. Mateus Gamrot, good wrestling, bad on the feet. So I'm kind of interested to see if he could just out-wrestle Paddy Pimblett. And Paddy Pimblett, if he can't implement his jiu-jitsu, which maybe he can. We just saw him with Charles Oliveira, and Charles Oliveira did implement his jiu-jitsu and it looked very good, and Mateus Gamrot was too scared to get into the floor with Charles Oliveira. I don't think Paddy Pimblett's jiu-jitsu is as good as Charles Oliveira's or as threatening as Charles Oliveira. Oliveira has really good ways to like almost trap you. If you move that way, he's already planning ahead, right? I don't know if Paddy Pimblett, I mean, he showed it against Bobby Green, but that's Bobby Green. That's not Gamer Gamrot, right? Benoit Saint-Denis has just been impressive, but I still don't want to trust too much in him. But again, 50-50 fight. Rafael Fiziev, if he keeps it on the feet, yeah, he's going to pepper him up. Manuel Torres, is gonna pepper him up in the feet. Fares EM is just such a good fighter right now. He's probably gonna pepper him in the feet. If you do not have good takedowns, you're not gonna take anybody here down. Majority of them down. And Paddy Pimblett doesn't have good takedown. He does not have good hands. So these are 50-50 fights. If he could implement if he could implement or even evolve, like, I think these are 50-50 fights, right? Now, he beats Moicano, he beats Dariush, he beats Chandler, he beats Rufy. I love Rufy, but Jesus Christ. You lost to Benoit Saint Denis. And I just don't see a world where Paddy Pimblett either gets knocked out or doesn't take you down. Rufy is so allergic to pressure that Paddy Pimblett, who is a pressure, who could go 5 rounds, who's not going to get KO'd, could absolutely do it. He just beat Chandler. Benil Dariush is such a fucking fragile, washed old man. Give him Paddy Pimblett. Let him get a KO win after a loss. And Moicano is just an old man also. Right. 9. Fraud. Now, this is more to I guess a call to action. Is it fraud losing to a 37-year-old with staff? Like, yes, it's still Justin Gaethje, and yes, it's still like a top 5, right? Ranked lightweight fighter, right? But Justin Gaethje looked so bad. He was on antibiotics. He was 37-year-old with staff. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. I'll let you guys decide down in the comments down below. I might do a poll on it, but that's 9. I don't know if that's a fraud check or not. He's still, I think he's still good, but just not? I don't know. It's so weird. It's like what? Schrodinger's cat. I think that was Schrodinger's cat with Paddy Pimblett. I don't know if he's good or not. Now, 10. Paramount. Worth it. If it's either the Paramount app or the ESPN app, I like the ESPN app a lot more. Not only does it show the stats of the current fight in the ESPN app, it also allows picture-in-picture on the phone, which Paramount Plus does not do for live sports. And I hate that. Like, cool, we got the multi-cam view, but I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use that during a fight. And if it's commercial break, I'm not watching my screen. I'm doing something else. I'm either at work and doing something else. Either I'm home or on my phone. Either I'm home and cooking. I'm either home or, getting snacks or playing with my dogs or just anything else. So I don't need that multi-view screen. But picture-in-picture is so important. Picture-in-picture allows me to, when there's a break, I go on my phone and go to Reddit. I go on my phone and see what MMA Guru is saying. I go on my phone and see what I'm texting my brother or something like that, right? Picture-in-picture plays such a big important where I can still hear the audio or watch the fight while I'm doing something else. And it doesn't have it, and I think that's such a big downfall from Paramount. Another thing, I pause it, Paramount Plus app. I pause it and then it turns off in a minute or two, which doesn't do it, I think, ESPN. And because it doesn't have picture-in-picture, in the Paramount app on my phone, it turns off my phone. And then when I can't, I press play and it just launches me to live, which really sucks because I wanted to continue where it left off, but it kind of almost closes the app where it freezes the live and then it launches me forward, which is such a shit thing to do. I hated when ESPN did that, but it wasn't an ESPN feature. It was an ESPN bug. This is a Paramount feature. And I don't like that. I hate it. That's how I got spoiled for Derek Lewis versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. I thought it was a brutal knockout. Turns out it was just a little, but nonetheless. And then while I was home, I was watching Paramount the fights on my TV. First of all, the TV it just fucking sucks. It just sucks. And it kept being buggy where it was showing an advertisement, even though I paid for Paramount Plus, the yearly subscription service of it. And the little ad thing will still be there. It will be countdown ad. And then it would almost do a little vignette on the top of my screen. And it just ruined the experience so much whenever I didn't want to close down from a fight because I'm enjoying it. But really bad apps. I'm hoping it's going to get better. I'm hoping it implements a little bit more. Also, I saw somebody on Reddit complain that when you want to watch the highlights or rewatch the fights in general, under it showed you the winner by accident. I think it's just improper UI, improper expectations. This still new to them. I think Paramount Plus is still new to sports, new to live sports, new to UFC. I do think these things are going to get ironed out. I hope picture-in-picture comes. I'm not so confident about that one, but so far, Paramount Plus, I would say go pirate. Not pirate. Become a pirate for Halloween. I can't advise you to do anything illegal or such. But if you want to dress up as a pirate for Halloween and every day's Halloween to you because you live in Halloween Town, right? Like that Disney Channel movie, go for it. I would suggest it. Being a pirate's fun rather than like a ghost or a ghoul. It's just not. It's not good yet. Paramount Plus is just not built right yet. It's still like on a beta. It still feels like alpha. It's still like not. It's still early access. So if you ever wondered if you should get Paramount Plus or you should stay to what you used to do, eye patch, um, eye patch it, eye patch it. Next one is like and subscribe. Thank you for making it this far. If you did make it, please tell me one of your takeaways and let me know if this is a fraud check from Paddy Pimblett. That being said, I'm your host, Bree MMA. Bye.